Welcome, everybody, to the Sales Unscripted podcast. My name's Brian Neal.
And I'm Margaret Henney.
I almost read the little tagline from my other podcast, but I didn't do that, did I? It's like weird. So welcome. Glad you're here. It is May in Indianapolis, where Margaret and I live.
Best
we love it.
time
We're going to do a little race
year.
theme. We're just talking about, by the way, if you're new, welcome to the Sales Unscripted podcast. We have great listeners.
Hello.
And we're in year 2 of this thing. And do we have a LinkedIn group? We don't, do we? Well, we have a link.
No, we do.
Page.
We have a LinkedIn page.
We have a page, but
Follow
not a group.
us.
Yeah, follow us
on
and
LinkedIn.
forward these things around
Send us
when you hear them.
messages.
And then you can, how do people email you? We've never given our email addresses.
Oh my
out
gosh,
here.
that's
Why don't
weird.
you
Is
do
that true? Okay.
Yeah.
My email is Margaret, Margaret, at covideo.com. Send me an email.
That's good. And
Send me
mine
a
is
video.
Brian. That would be a good one. It's a Margaret, Bryan at blind-zebra.com. But put Sales Unscripted in the subject line so we know who you are. So we were talking about going to the Indianapolis 500. We have our theme, our topic today.
Yes.
Say it.
Go slow to go fast.
We're going to talk about that in a second. But one of the things, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where the Indianapolis 500 takes place,
the greatest spectacle in racing,
becomes the second largest city in our state.
I
Did you
saw
see that?
this. I saw this.
And I told people, I'm going to start saying, where are you from? I'm going to go IMS,
yeah.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Yeah, me and 350,000 others.
It is the largest single-day sporting event in the world.
It's crazy. Everyone needs to see it one time.
It's crazy.
And if you want to see it, I always tell people, if you want to see it, and I'll help, and we got, we're getting a little older, a couple nickels to rub together.
Yeah.
We'll help you get into suites and stuff.
Yes.
You don't have to go with the general public. We'll take care of you, give you a great experience, see all the people. There's 350,000 people there.
Also, okay, you can do that with Brian.
Yeah.
I will take you to the snake pit,
and
I will show
deal.
you the real Indy 500.
See, now this is where our age gap shows itself. See, my first race was 1978. I was 9 years
cool.
old, and that's when the original
cool.
snake pit was a snake pit, and it wasn't organized, and there was a lot of things 9-year-olds shouldn't see.
That was like the real snake pit.
Real
My
snake
dad
pit.
has been to the snake pit when in the 70s, and he still won't tell me. I'm like, Dad,
I'll
tell me what it was
you.
like.
Sorry, Fred.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'll
Fred.
tell you.
I will 100% tell you, but not when we're recording this episode. But the way to get there's a lot of ways to get to the track. It takes like hours and hours because there are 350,000 people.
Totally.
But you can't take a helicopter in. And the last I knew, this was several years ago, it was only $200 a seat.
That's
and
insane.
You're just flying flat. Now I'm with you. Do you know I have my pilot's license like from back in the day? Did you know that?
I am just learning. I've known you for so many years. I've never heard this.
Shush. Now, I'm not current, but I got my pilot's license in 1997, and I flew for about 3 years and then stopped flying. You didn't know that? I'm a walking fun fact, Margaret.
Yes,
I mean,
seriously.
just as you think you know, you know.
Surprises around every
And
corner.
and I love flying. I love the whole idea of it and everything about it. I will never, ever, ever get in a helicopter.
Never. I'm all good on that.
I don't know. I just don't.
Whatever you want, that's cool for you.
If I take you up in a little airplane and we lose an engine, we can pretty much land in a lot of spots.
Can we coast it?
We got some options.
Okay.
It's not going to be fun.
I need options.
Or easy, but we can
when
death
handle
it.
on the table.
When something goes bad in a helicopter, you're fucked.
You're
like,
done,
it's over,
man.
Right?
You are totally done.
Helicopter pilots will tell you, no. We can feather the prop so we can get.
They're lying
some
to
sort
you.
Of velocity thing where they can like pitch forward and then get airflow under the. No.
Oh, just nosedive, essentially.
Terrible.
Also, I want to throw in here, you're like,
helicopters.
you can get to the Indy 500 by helicopter. Again, if you, bougie route, you can do that.
That's true.
If you want to go with me to the snake pit, you can also ride your bicycle, and it is so much fun. There is a huge group of people that meet over on the west side of town. Everybody brings drinks. Sounds like I've been having drinks already.
Yes.
We like play games or hanging out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you get a police escort over there on your bike, and it's a great time.
My son's doing that. Not that one. My other son.
You're like
My
pointing
other
over
son.
here. There's a person behind the camera right now.
His younger brother. Yeah. So we got an intern, Billy Neal, the intern. Hey, Billy.
Hi.
Yeah, he's biking. His little brother's biking.
The way to do
with
it.
a bunch of buddies.
Way to go.
It's a thing. So you can
fun.
tell Margaret and I love Indianapolis. We love our hometown. We love this race. If you're listening to this from all over the country at some point, just come to the race.
Come to the race.
Just come to the race. It's worth it. I'm telling you, one time come, you'll be like, oh my God.
Also, Indy is on fire right
really
now.
Is. It's really
we are on fire. I mean, between the Indy 500, by the way, sold out crowd.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened for a little while.
Yep.
Sold out grandstands. The Pacers. Oh,
crazy, huh?
My God, that game last night was
wild.
Lost. I know.
We
and
played
then we got the
Knicks,
fever.
Game one of the Knicks Eastern Conference Finals last night, and we won. It's crazy, isn't it?
I love it. I love
they
it.
Hate us.
I know, and I hate
See,
them.
I'm scared to say what you just said because
What?
they're just mean.
They
You
are.
say you hate New York, they're going to get you. I don't know.
Well, they're going to have to come all the way to Indiana to get me.
It's a long way.
And okay. I know they never will.
You see the guy that got beat up with the trash bag?
Yes. And then they set him up.
Tyrese is
They're bringing him in. They're bringing him in.
Guy.
It's going to be great. Dude. He is a good dude.
All right. So let's talk about going slow to go fast. Yes. Because in most sales orgs, we want to go fast all the time, don't we?
Exactly.
And it's hard to do. So let's talk about what that means. So how'd you come up with this topic?
Well, okay. I'll give you a little anecdotal story about the time that go slow to go fast, really saved my butt. Well, first, there's a time that I didn't go slow to go fast, right? This is back in my sales days. Yeah, back in my sales days. I was on the phone with somebody. I am a very excitable person.
No.
I knew you were going to say
really?
that.
See, all these years, you didn't know I was a pilot? I didn't know you're excitable. It's so weird. I didn't know that.
Very excitable person. And I got on a call with someone and they were like, this is amazing co-video. This is exactly what we needed. This is perfect, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, checking all the boxes. I didn't even ask the questions, right? Which is what my sales manager probably wanted me to do. They were like, just send over the enrollment form. Just go ahead. And that's what I did. I was like, no, this is a done deal. Ghosted.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's it. I was like, I couldn't believe it. If you've had this happen, I'm sure you have, where you're like, this is a done deal. We were vibing. They said it's exactly what they wanted. And then you never speak to them again. I'm like, what the heck happened? I don't know, because I didn't ask the questions to know what happened. So then this happened to me again. I learned my lesson. I was on a call with someone. They were also very excited. And I said, hey, I am right there with you. I just want to make sure for you and for me, I'm going to have to pump the brakes for 1 second. Let's talk about anything that could maybe get in our way, right?
Beautiful.
Who might not be cool with this? What reservations do you think they might have? Let's talk through all of these obstacles so that when you get off the phone with me, we've talked through anything that might possibly come up, or you can always come back to me. It uncovered a ton.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
And it meant that rather than go back and forth in all these calls, we got a lot of it hashed out right then, was able to close the deal much faster than I would have been able to if I didn't.
Those are great stories.
Thank
Margaret.
you.
Really good. That was really good.
I had to learn my lesson the hard way.
Well, we do. And I just, I interviewed someone this morning and she mentioned that. She was saying that you never learn anything from doing anything good.
That's
you learn
so
stuff from
true.
screwing up, isn't it? It's interesting.
That's so true.
So a couple of interesting things I heard in there. The first was the speed of the group, and right. So you and the buyer or buyers are going a certain speed.
Yep.
And you're sort of tethered together.
Yep. Totally.
Yeah, and if one of you gets going fast and you get going fast and you're tethered together, you just both take off.
Yep.
It's a little dangerous.
Totally.
Right. It's dangerous to go too fast. Now in the Indy
it's when you're three across in the Indy 500.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. Three wide is
three wide,
right?
baby.
3 wide. There's 3 wide into 2. I love the 500. I love the 500 radio broadcast more than anything.
I'm getting so excited thinking about it.
So I love that idea of picturing ourselves tethered to our buyers. And since we're tethered, if we both go fast, that can be too dangerous. The other thing is we could go too slow, like we're pulling each other. So there's a balance to this, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I am so glad you brought this up because we see this all the time. So if you're listening to this, it's a really good check in the mirror for yourself. Do you get lazy when things are going well in the call or the conversation? It's really easy, isn't it?
Totally.
Oh man, Margaret's awesome. She's so cool. She so gets it. Like she totally understands it. And you're saying these great things. If there's nothing negative, I think that's really dangerous and bad.
Red flag. Caution
Red
flag.
Yes.
Caution. We're all slowing down.
There should be. I would even go so far, and you said this in your second deal, is you're like, let's slow down and bring stuff up. So we're, at Blind Zebra, we're sort of out of the training business now because we're doing our operating system.
Yeah.
In my days when I was doing more training work and we did handling objections, as most people would say, I called it resistance handling, similar but different, but the same-ish. People would be, taught this thing, how to handle these resistance points. But no one would ever bring them up themselves. The salespeople were never taught to bring them up.
No.
Or I would teach you got to bring them up.
You have
bring
to.
them up. You bring them up.
And that feels really counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
To bring up stuff because you're like, why would I start a hard conversation if I don't have to and they're not bringing it up?
Right.
trust me, it is going to make your life so much easier, because it also means you have got great intention, right? Then you're leading people in the right direction. They're trusting you to know that you've got their best interest at heart, and you're going to be way more aligned on these things. And here's the thing, whether you bring it up at that point or not, those pitfalls are still going to come up.
It's there.
It doesn't mean that they're not there.
No, it's there. It's 100% there.
You're bringing it to the surface. You've got greater control. It's just true. Because here's the thing. If you don't bring it up, and that person, no matter how with you they are, if they get off the phone or, whatever, Zoom, you are no longer involved in those conversations that are happening. Right? So they are having all that back and forth and uncovering those uncomfortable things. And you're not there to say, oh, hey, we already talked about that. It's, blah, 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 blah.
So let me ask you this. This is kind of a stereotyping deal. I'm always really careful and cautious of that. But here's the deal. So you're really nice. Are you conflict avoidant person?
Oh, my
You hate conflicts. Is that fair?
Yes.
You hate conflict.
Yes.
Okay. That was the stereotype.
Yes.
So you're real positive, and you're talking to someone else who's really positive. Most times, stereotyping, people that are real positive and are also conflict avoiders.
100%.
Fair?
Totally.
That's a pretty good, decent assessment.
Yes.
So if you're my buyer and we're going, and I'm not a conflict avoid. I don't like conflict. I'm very comfortable. Like, okay, let's just deal with this
let's
stuff.
Talk about
I
it.
hate it, but I do it. And I can question things. I can push back and question. Like, I don't know about that,
Yeah.
Not right or wrong here. But I'm selling to Margaret. Let's play. I'm positive, like Margaret. I'm like conflict avoidant. Like, yeah, this is awesome. You're like, BCSOS is awesome. Oh my God, we can so use this.
Yeah, this
you're
perfect.
totally get it.
Let's go. Let's start
okay,
tomorrow.
well, it's good. Yeah, totally. Okay, I'll get the contract over to you. Oh, it's great. Good deal. I can't wait to get started.
Yeah.
That's how it would go. Okay. Then Margaret's going to take it internally to someone else.
Yes.
I had this great conversation. It was awesome. Blind Zebra. And then she's going to get drilled with a bunch of questions.
Totally.
She's conflict avoidant. So I'm going to go, well, did you talk about this? Did they say how they could do that? Well, we're already doing this thing. And you're like, oh, yeah, you're probably right. Okay. And now you're right. That's what happens. So
I want conflict with them.
Totally.
So now I'm ghosting you.
Yes, because you don't want conflict with the person giving it to you internally. Your CFO's on your ass, right?
Yep.
You're like, oh yeah, you're right. Then you're thinking, oh, I should have asked those questions, or I should have thought of that. But now you don't want to go to me and hurt my feelings.
Right.
So you just blow me off.
Because I already told you.
Totally.
I love it. We're in. Send us the contract.
Yes.
And then I'm like,
oh no.
I'm just going to hide back behind my emails and not answer your calls anymore. That is so absolutely accurate of what happens.
It's true though, isn't it? So
I don't like letting people down.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say nobody does. Some people do. Some people enjoy that, don't they?
I guess they do.
Personal
I don't know.
But if you're listening to this and you're thinking, oh man, I get really wrapped into the positive element of when the things are going great, we think that's good.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a good thing, because someone in that organization is going to push back.
Exactly.
Could be an operations person, could be a finance person, could be the leader, the owner, who knows? But that's the thing. And you don't want to get caught in that. If you go, too far, too fast.
And those are the things that when we say like, hey, go slow to go fast, if you avoid this, it is going to drag on and on and on. Either, they're back and forth, you're not having these conversations, or they just avoid you entirely. You're spent chasing your wheels, because if you're like me, if someone has told me yes before, I am a dog with a bone. I'm never letting it go. I'm like, they already said yes. They are in my pipeline.
Yes.
It's just the timing's not right. Like whatever. I'll make up anything and I'll spin my wheels. Oh my God.
Yeah,
look at the analogies. Look at all the analogies. I'm spinning my wheels over here and getting nowhere. So.
And that's like try to go too fast. You spin your wheels. See what I did? It's full circle. You got to go slow to go fast. You have to take off in first gear, not sixth. Is that fair? Gosh, it's
totally fair. God, I love a theme.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, makes me happy.
Now, there's another part to this that I will say. If you go slow to go fast, so you take your time, you explore things that could go wrong, and you get past that, now you're in sixth gear, and it's so effortless then.
We're going.
You just don't have to worry about it, and you roll, boom, we get ink on paper, and we're done. And
totally.
We implement. And then it's so much better. You get your momentum at the end, not at the beginning.
Totally.
I like how that sounds.
Exactly.
You want momentum at the end of the deal cycle, not at the beginning of the deal cycle.
Dude, write that down. That's
you
nice.
like that? You want
I like that.
Yeah, I got to say it 4 times. So
yeah.
7 times.
Guess what? It's recorded, so we can always go back.
Is it?
It's fine.
Are we in focus? weird. So my camera's been a little jacked
I keep
up,
moving,
it's
so
okay.
that could have
well, it's
something
not
to
that.
do with it.
It focuses on the little album cover in the back. It
It
looks
was
fake
unscripted.
today, doesn't it?
It looks great.
It looks really good. It just looks. It's so good. It's fake.
I know.
You like my jacket?
This is real. I do, and
fun,
it's
isn't it?
500
It's
based or racing based.
Oh, 100. That's
right?
what it is. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where I got it. It's
love
vintage.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything on the back?
No.
No, but it's still pretty sick. I like it.
It's really awesome. Thank you. It's Parnelli Jones, like theme. Parnelli Jones, old race driver from the 50s, I think.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Parnelli Jones?
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Who do you know? Rick Mears?
Oh yeah, I know Rick.
Okay,
Mears.
good. So you know Rick
He's one of
Mears.
the guys
That's
who's
great.
won it
What
the
year
most.
was your first race?
I think my first race was, I want to say 91 or 92.
Okay, that's good.
Because I went with my
Good year.
dad.
That's good. Good years.
Yeah,
The
I
Little
remember
Al?
some
Little Al?
like
Who won? Do you know who won?
No, I don't remember. But I'll tell you what I do remember is when Stan
Ari
Fox got in a crazy
that's bad.
car
Yeah, that's
accident.
bad.
Look, obviously, don't forget those sorts of things. But I just thought it was the greatest because I got to go with my dad, and
that's
it was
fun.
so cool, and it was this great tradition. And
Yep.
you sing back home again in Indiana, and like it's just
It's awesome.
man,
it's awesome.
I feel teary-eyed just thinking about it.
And Fred will hate me forever, but I'm going to ruin his daughter's life.
I know, I want you to tell me about-
what
yeah,
happened.
exactly,
and I'm telling
exactly.
you through the eyes of a 10-year-old, which is even worse.
I can't believe you went in there as a 10-year-old.
Well, you know, my dad,
Debauchery.
my young parents, so my dad wasn't really
Yeah.
with it to think that this is probably a bad place for a kid to be. And thought it was funny. Yeah, anyway, I go to therapy for that now, so there's that.
Boy. So go slow to go fast, basically,
Go slow to go
guys.
fast, right?
Remember it. And enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, folks.
That's it. Have fun. See
Okay,
you next time.
bye.
Cheers.